From Southwest Florida's news source, this is Fox 4 News at 6.
4 in your corner following a heartbreaking development in the desperate search for 9-week-old Chance Walsh. Sarasota County deputies say they found the remains of a baby believed to be that of Chance. This more than a month after he mysteriously vanished from his parents' home in Northport. Chance's parents, who you see here, Joseph Walsh and Kristen Burry, are the prime suspects in this case. They are behind bars in South Carolina right now, awaiting to be brought back to Sarasota County to face charges.
Deputies say they found the baby's body this afternoon in these woods right along Wylam Drive and English Circle. This is an aerial view of the scene. Deputies spent much of last night combing for clues in the darkness in these woods, and we should mention that search area, which remains fairly active even this evening, is about 13 miles from Chance's home, which is on Orduna Drive.
4 in your corner has complete team coverage of this active investigation. Our Katie Jones is live outside of Chance's home, where a memorial is growing in his honor. But we begin with Stephanie Tinoco, who's live where baby Chance was found. Stephanie.
Patrick, Amy, it may look like nothing much is going on behind me, but this is all part of an open investigation. Now, the Sarasota County Sheriff spoke to the media earlier today, and I have to tell you, the press conference was very somber as the sheriff was sharing new details on baby Chance. The investigation is over for baby Chance, who at just 9 weeks went missing in Sarasota County. Earlier today, investigators were in this wooded area of Northport hoping to find him.
We would get tips, we'd get information, and we'd process each and every lead. This is that next step in that process.
But now the Sarasota County Sheriff says the search is over.
Our hopes was to find him alive, and we're investigating everything with the hopes of finding Chance alive.
The sheriff says a body was found in this wooded area where a team has been investigating over the past couple of days.
We're working with the medical examiner's office to make sure we have a positive identification on Chance. But I can assure you we're confident that this is Chance.
Sarasota County deputies have blocked off this wooded area on Wylam Drive and English Circle in Northport since Tuesday night after receiving a tip of this area being a burial ground for the baby. Now the sheriff says the investigation will continue with one goal in mind.
I cannot give out any additional information at this time regarding the death of this child. All I can tell you is that we'll get it resolved.
The sheriff also tells us the parents of baby Chance remain in custody in a South Carolina jail, and there is no other persons of interest to his missing. Live in Northport, Stephanie Tinoco, Fox 4 in your corner.
All right, thank you, Stephanie. Our 4 in your corner team coverage continuing now with 4 in your corner's Katie Jones. She's joining us live from Chance's home on Orduna Drive. This is where the community has created a memorial in his honor. Katie?
Well, community members have been offering their condolences and support ever since baby Chance was reported missing, and this memorial continues to grow outside the home that the infant shared with his parents, Kristen Burry and Joseph Walsh. People have been offering words of hope and prayer to the family and loved ones affected by this awful tragedy. Now, a vigil for baby Chance has been scheduled for this Saturday. So far as we know, the time and date has not changed. So if you would like to come out and pray for this family or offer your condolences, it is this Saturday night from 7:30 to 8:30 at the Peace Christian Fellowship Church on Sumter Boulevard. And of course, we will be out here getting more information on the tragic end to the search for baby Chance, and we'll have complete coverage for you coming up tonight on Fox 4 News at 10. Live in Northport, Katie Jones, Fox 4 in your corner.
All right, thank you for that, Katie. We want to go in depth right now, kind of retracing the steps of this case. Baby Chance Walsh was last seen at his Northport home on September 9th. On October 2nd, Chance's parents, Joseph Walsh and Kristen Burry, crashed their car in South Carolina. Well, a few days later, the couple called their parents looking for money, and that's when the grandparents of baby Chance got suspicious. They couldn't get a straight answer about where their grandson was.
On October 4th, Chance's grandmother, Sally Socino, reported the baby missing, and the next day, investigators searched the parents' house, and they found some blood stains there. Then just 2 days later, on October 6th, Chance's parents were arrested in South Carolina. Investigators actually captured a gator in the area just to make sure it had nothing to do with Chance's death on the outside chance. And today, the Sarasota Sarasota County Sheriff announcing, as you heard, just choking back tears. He is confident his team of detectives has found the remains of baby Chance in a very heavily wooded area of North Fork. You can count on 4 in Your Corner to stay on top of this active investigation and keep you updated both on air and online on fox4now.com.
Well, we are also following another major development tonight, a story we've been following closely for 5 months now. One of the prime suspects in the murder of a Southwest Florida doctor will not be getting out of jail anytime soon. Curtis Wainwright is back in Southwest Florida tonight. He was extradited from Jefferson County, Missouri, where he's been held for months, ever since he was arrested on second-degree murder charges in connection with Dr. Teresa Sievers' death. This was just the latest step in what's expected to be a very long process as authorities work to bring justice to Dr. Sievers and her family. 4 in Your Corner's Mark Jackman explaining how we got to this point and where the case is headed.
Curtis Wainwright arrived in Lee County in the middle of the night. Deputies booking him right after 1:30 a.m. He didn't get much sleep before appearing for a judge bright and early this morning.
Good morning. Are you Curtis Wright?
Yes, I am. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
It's been a long road getting Curtis Wainwright to this point. Wrapped up in a green suicide jacket, Wright listened from jail as the judge decided today to hold him without bond for the murder of Dr. Teresa Sievers. Sievers was found dead inside her Bonita Springs home in June. Then at the end of August, Wright was arrested along with another man, Jimmy Rogers, in rural Missouri. Dr. Sievers' sister telling Fox 4 Wright is best friends with Dr. Sievers' husband, Mark, even listing each other as brothers on Facebook. Wright's accomplice Rogers, deputies tell us, violated probation by leaving Missouri and was spotted at a Fort Myers Walmart the day before Sievers was found dead. While Wright was brought back to Lee County this week, Rogers remains in Missouri serving 6 months in jail for the probation violation, dragging out a case where there is an urgent push for justice.
Jimmy Rogers will be charged in the death of Dr. Sievers.
The sheriff expects the 2 men to be brought back to Lee County to face this crime, a gruesome murder that left this Southwest Florida community stunned. Curtis Wainwright's next court appearance in Lee County Court is set for November 16th. Dr. Sievers' husband, Mark, has not been charged in the case. In the studio, Mark Jackman, Fox 4. In Your Corner.
All right, thank you, Mark. And meanwhile, we want to point out Wright is still an active person of interest in the disappearance of a Missouri minister, Ronnie Bolin, whose body has never been found. A published report from 1996 says Wright has been a person of interest since this case started back in the mid-90s. The last time anyone heard from Bolin was on July 8th, 1996. His car was found the next day at a car wash in St. Louis. Bolin had reportedly been a preacher in that area for several years. Of course, we'll stay on top of these developing stories, continue to keep you updated here on Fox 4 News at 6, as well as tonight at 10 and 11. You can always check out our website for the latest as well. It's fox4now.com.
In the Storm Patrol Center now with Tony Sadiq, who's so nice. I think we're this close to maybe air off, windows open.
I think so. But it is going to take a little bit of time. We are seeing a little bit of an uptick in the tropical moisture, but we're definitely in the time where it's kind of getting harder to remember when the last time it rained, right?
That's true.
Right, exactly. Take a look at the clear skies we're looking out there in Charlotte Harbor, and even throughout the afternoon as well. Pretty much a blend of sun and clouds, and because we had more sun than clouds, it managed to be a pretty toasty afternoon out there as well. As we take a look at the big story, it has been drier air. If you take a close look, you can see it's actually lifting to the north, and that's why we're seeing a little bit of the moisture build in, a few showers out there as well. But as we take a look at Florida, absolutely nothing out there. All the showers we saw were actually mainly in extreme parts of South Florida. As we zoom on in, there's a few showers out there in southern parts of Collier County. They're pushing off towards the east, and that'll be about it for what we see this evening. We'll take a close look at your weekend forecast in just a little bit.
All right, thank you, Tony. A lengthy investigation by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement landing a Cape Coral man behind bars on 10 counts of child pornography charges. 23-year-old Michael Manuel was booked into the Lee County Jail this afternoon after FDLE agents and detectives from the Department of Homeland Security raided his home on Aqualinda Boulevard. 4 in Your Corner's Malcolm Johnson live from outside the home with more on this disturbing bust. Malcolm?
Guys, really a disturbing story that we're working on. The people that actually live in this neighborhood say they can't believe something like this would actually happen here. And some of the neighbors that I've gotten a chance to speak with say that cops actually lined this street this morning before going inside of that home that you're looking at right there and arresting 23-year-old Michael Manuel for 10 counts of possession of child pornography. Several law enforcement agencies executed a search warrant, went inside the house, and found numerous digital videos of child porn. Now, I got a chance to speak with a mother who takes care of her 2 little girls on her own. Listen to her reaction after we told her who was living right across the street.
To have it confirmed that there is somebody who's just yards away from where my kids play, my little girls play, where we sleep at night, who is sick in that way, that's very upsetting.
And it's upsetting for a reason. I can tell you in the 2 hours that we've been here, I've seen numerous Lee County school buses dropping their kids off, which really paints a picture of just how many kids actually live in this neighborhood. Now, as for Manuel, he's sitting behind bars right now in the Lee County jail, being held without bond. Tonight, if you check out our newscast, you're going to get a chance to hear what the parents have to say. I got to speak with them. Tune in later on tonight at 10 o'clock. For now, reporting in Cape Coral, Malcolm Johnson, Fox 4. In your corner.
All right, thank you for that, Malcolm. The search continues tonight for the guy allegedly caught on camera robbing a South Fort Myers Family Dollar. It happened last night. Detectives say it happened at the store on Aloha Road. They say last night this guy acted like he was about to buy mouthwash and then demanded that the clerk hand over cash before taking off with it in a dark-colored Toyota. So if you recognize the guy in this image or you know anything about this crime, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. Remember, you don't have to give your name. It's 1-800-780-TIPS.
2 Collier County Sheriff's deputies remain on administrative leave tonight after a deadly shootout with a carjacking suspect. Deputies say that suspect, 46-year-old Michelle Esch, got into a struggle with a truck driver who she was reportedly trying to carjack at gunpoint yesterday. Deputies say that she then targeted 2 more cars before starting a chase with deputies right along 41. That ended with deputies forced to open fire on her, and she died from her injuries at the hospital. Deputies releasing the 911 call from the truck driver made during the crime spree.
A lady just tried to stole my work truck. She fell off the truck.
All right, where are you at?
There's a gunshot went off.
Where are you at?
He's running.
Where are you at?
All right, well, right now the Collier County Sheriff's Office is conducting an internal investigation, which they say is standard procedure in any case like this where a deputy uses his or her gun.
Coming up next on Fox 4 News at 6, people living in a Fort Myers gated community doubling down to stay safe. The recent crimes that have people taking extra precautions.
Bottoms up into the wee hours of the morning, but is it doing any good? What the police chief is saying about extended bar hours in the Cape. Plus,
if the dog gets away once, they can get away again.
Dangerous dogs on the loose tonight after a brutal attack on a defenseless pet. You're watching Fox 4 News at 6.